Ayan so ya me promo ato Ghana's #1 television CTV eso brana so ensamodra yensa kana yensa boabo no say we from to braka se bo ya de eso mo wo Facebook no so ya man CTV GH ya uduwa ene ye bepia share de so no obi anya bi ahwe no abo like ne so so de aka ho na wi ensama de brodo so de akoti bi ne say woman pan His Excellency John Dramani Muhammad Atuja ya watch say be ya ne entete ya hodo fa no sa no dwuma ho no ya ma no ni ntintiman e wo Mozambique community udo mu a yade mu nchemu ebe somo wo ene wabo man Ghana baso se eba no kase ebo ahodo ya na enye nokura Ghana de ye ebo ehomode bia se ye besi anokwan ewo ebibire mu atoye mai mu a yade ebeba yefi wono mu ayebekọ amono ne ensem emu ne ye twese wo Congo man no emu a Ebola yade no atiatese ewo hono mu a wode hihya awodo egu akwamu we afoforo bi aka ho ene aboabo no ya yede somwo se awie prompt bre kasebo ewo Ghana's #1 television CTV eso King Camfo eyeme achenkwa nana me no masuo bremu ode hye na kwasi apia chemo bobu fo nyina ambassador 1 yamo ha akwaba I was your fair share some was in I am for Emma Warrior. Shall say, yes, dear free woman penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Akachi, nay, what your two judges say, I dare say Ghana Mebunu Akuma, no, I dare say the super, yeah, one who's and some done Akuma process over share. I'm a Ghana Mebunu Jume, dear, at me Akuma, at the Akona name when the Sayo Sunti, what your two judges say, what the Shaudo Brina Negua Quemua, what per se, ya de at a team ranting about what Titimu, Mawunya and Sanujuma, aye, what you say near Ugremu, Zongo nkrutu ahodo mu amozremifo emrante ne maba wan so titiri no yade se wo so enya sa chafa ne bi se ye ma won mo teteye de ye fra no vocational technical education no a yade se wo re no mu kwase ye dodo na ebedom wo ma no etumi aboa ode semwe atudwa obire ye original chief imam sawodo ekobo aze ekosra no ewo abankese emo.
And I assure you that we will continue to do all the things possible to make sure that the economy continues to perform so that we can increase prosperity for our people. Our target is to open opportunities for our young people so that our young people can go into the world of work. And so our main focus in terms of education is to scale up technical and vocational education training. And in rolling out these technical and vocational institutes, we'll be mindful of making sure that the Muslim communities are covered so that our young people can gain skills in the world of work, even as they take advantage of the various programs we have, like Ejumaura, where you can get small loans to establish a business, or the National Apprenticeship Program, where especially our girls can go into training for dressmaking and all the other things so that they themselves can be able to look after themselves. So there's a lot that is happening, and it's my hope that the Muslim community will take advantage of it.
Na one penny and fans one ma wasan dia to ya watch mu dia che say nei what the microcredit reremu ewo Mozambique nkroto ahodo emu sebe betumi aso bojobojo adwadefo asene na wamo sika etumi ede adudwa na afekran so no wamo so ede kakra to no mo ede abo won ho bra wo che say wayi empanyifo ne abedi akire ya wamo ebehwesa adwumadi ne so ne nyina ebeka Zongo Development Fund adwumadi no enso emu.
We've just appointed the coordinator for the Zongo Development Fund and his deputy, and soon they would hit the road and begin to exercise the mandate that we're giving them in terms of setting up the microcredit scheme that we promised, which is the Soyeya Fund. And so the Soyeya Fund will become a microcredit scheme that will allow poor households in the Zongos to be able to borrow some money, especially for our mothers and sisters who do small jobs. I mean, selling wache, selling cocoa, you know, opening little shops and being able to sell something, dressmaking and all that. And so once we activate that, it would assist them. But I want to thank our imams for the intercession you continue to do for Ghana. We don't take it for granted that Ghana is one of the most peaceful nations on the African continent, and it's because we always pray to Allah and to God to give us, grant us peace.
Yera Julius Debra wane ma megusi tano ya chese wonu mu nyina no ade se 24-hour economy ya abanye ne disi abanye de wa akoma pono so se wode beba ma enyuma atumi akona nimu na ya ne demu ne nyina no ebetumi ate senti wode atoja wo chese se ebetumi abeboaze na aboa amano akona nimu ma 24-hour economy no ejana na mo so brane a na ne etwase enei abanye nyumaku ahodo mu ye fa na public sector workers no so ade wo ho ehyemu ebie na ye nyina ye kan wo bomu se ye beye adwuma na da ne da no adwuma tumi akoso na ye tumi apadwa efo bebre so aka ho ne nyina betumi aboa ama adwuma eni kromu amrante ne maba bebre no awie suku na nso wote fie ase atumi atu na masika nso abakrom.
Daunting task that confronts us is to reimagine the policy promise into an organizing framework that repositions our economy, create jobs, and build more resilient and competitive nation. But let me emphasize from the onset that no matter how visionary a policy may be, its success rises or falls on the shoulders of the civil service. This is why the 24-hour requires not only political will, but also the steady hand of a professional, dedicated, and adaptive civil service.
It is the beginning of a process of alignment and joint delivery. Let us seize it with seriousness. Let us demonstrate that the civil service is not an obstacle to transformation, but its agent. Let me repeat that. Let us demonstrate that the civil service is not an obstacle to transformation, but its engine.
I want to urge that we focus on practical interventions that will make this program tangible for our ordinary Ghanaians. Interventions that will make credit to rich SMEs.
Bibremu atoye manyimu a wode atoja akire se eba no won a ya na wosi de ubo ya enye nokre de broni fa ne disinformation eho ekwan a ya woma no ente atese bebre entretra wo kire se bibremu atoye manyimu Ghana ha ena yedi enim ne yedi kan ewo mu a eye nkranhye na ya bosobo kese ya wode ebo ye sanhwehwemu yi ya de se ekoba ko ya wonom no eye this information industry report a wo ye na won ede hwe amawodo atwe one way bomodin pan wo yire wo ho sebe yi a enkasebo aya na enye nokre ebeti atese ehhehye so no na chese eye pen plus byte for ene ode sare hwemu ye ede abayi a wo chese Ghana ha ene score wonde ma ye wo hamabu pen ahankro aduonum achiri pon wo twen 95.8% a wo chese ya ade pa na wo se wo hwe aman bi etese Cote d'Ivoire afei so ene aman bi etese Mali ene ne nkeka ho a emra ya wo se ya mu se be ya disinformation anti se bebre no ya na ewo form a nti eho be nya se ye be yire ho ne akonkode ne ya se be ya enkase ye bobo ne nkase ye bo enye nokre no ase betumi eto pen plus byte for director Ayora Jerry Sam one CTV kase ye bo edi nkomo.
This is actually a follow-up research that's what we done last year. So last year we did a scoping baseline study to understand how disinformation manifests in different regimes, so a fully fledged regime like Ghana, and then also how it manifests in the authoritarian or military regime, where we looked at Mali, we looked at Burkina Faso, and to understand the themes, the strategies, who are the actors in the space, and then we will inform policy and also inform national dialogue and bring the issue of disinformation to the forefront of our policymakers and also to the ordinary citizens to understand that disinformation actually, is being weaponized to undermine democracy itself, to deepen tensions and divisions within our communities. So this research is more of a longitudinal research based on the scoping study that we did last year, where we built the baseline. And this particular index that we are launching today is to give us an overview of what has changed. This information, as we know, is very, very, it's not static. The goalposts keep on moving, and we need to, to keep a tab on it. We decided to have this index so that we'll be able to understand what are changing in terrain, what new things are being done by actors, and then what strategies can we develop to counter the impact of disinformation.
From where you?
So there are quite a number of initiatives that are going on. There's initiatives being done by government to make sure, for instance, we had the information ministry coming up with a platform that is supposed to report all the things that the government is doing, which is a very good initiative from the last administration. This administration is also continuing, that process. Then also civil society also comes in, undertaking initiatives around media and information literacy. We have fact checking, and that was very, very relevant, especially in our last elections. And I feel that yes, it's coming on top of issues, things that we consider. Even the president's speech engaging the media yesterday mentioned some of the impact of social media in terms of governance, in terms of national discourse. So yes, it is actually a top priority now, and I think that government should carry on. The key thing for us is that we should catch the people young. So what I mean is that we should now start thinking about how do we include things about fact checking, media information literacy in national curriculum, so that kids come out of school and they don't become purveyors of disinformation, but then they're able to take action when they come across things to do with disinformation, which has adverse effects.
So yeah, we now share your from Tobreka Siabo Ghana's #1 television CTV. So Facebook so my CTV GHR. We do one more Mr. Like no so my na share for adventure to one more. Na ya kwa ni mo sample from my do remu asin of mensi no emu mensi crash penny one more ayo no nyamfo Sylvester amachi nyako wo de ato enei ekwankwa wodo ya no wo dom amanfo ko omoa ya ensha ban ase non governmental organizations no wo de ato nyina ni mo se ebraso sa asin no for ene wo hwe no won so teretere won sabie won semu ede amo amanfo ne titiru ne nhumasua wo kyese ya won fo won sika enhyemu wo panyini ede nsemu etudwa bra wo de akade ahodo bi ekodo masukufo a ewo ne mansin no emu
pejafo amayesi na me ya sa ban yeso ma hye masre Ghana fo nyina se obi a ne nsem go bi ana NG obi wo bi papa opeso de beboa nkofo a onfa asin of enka ho na Ghana ha no bi kura ya pepa so de beboa na so nipa do ka ko si ne so kura tumi ya asam foforo asin of DC honorable Sylvester Machi akoso aye krado enema bi a mo de beba bia no ye behe ma che na ko na ba bi ese ko no omonsa ka nom de djuma se ne ene yaye no ene akraja ha no ye da ye nu ase papa papa ye ye stress e bi samra biem ye be stress mo franso mo so nya sa de we no omo so pensua de na ngomasua ntimi ntompon ewo asen of hanom na de papa bi e be ya aboa ane akraja na ngomasua bekoso ewo ane akraja no ye be ye de aboa ane akraja no ene ma ye nuan e de bai e exercise books, pencils, eraser, sharpener le kra no e mo fra mo so school atade enye school atade a mo hye no omo so ya mo bia omo so mo de ahye so bia de ne de ekofie se ne be ya adafo fra mo school no o de beba nkena de ye eni jesam na si eni akraja ha na ye san cha ne akraja fo bo se aban a waba so esa na gidro na man maham school dan a ye de si na fie ye de eni akraja ebeka ho ama omonso enwumasua atumi atumpon
botaya me si mani skunti a me ya de we ni se mehwe ba bia me free a me free asen not ha nti minim ma call rounds nko no bebre nti minim de ewo ho na minim de ebi mu ede fm nti metena ase na me dwene ye se okay se nyame ay madom na ene mapie ha atimi akopie aban mu immigration officer de a ade nti na adwuma me ye no boso me so akakra me so me nya no mentete bi nto afe no nyina aboa no a na de menya no me de bia soso na mabe ya adoye in fact me dwene ye no manfa anhye me ho me de tudwa me ka che me na hofo bi mu ye police fo nurse fo mu e aban adwuma fo bibiri bi kura pamade because ye hwe school uniform say hye o ma omo pamade no pam che free omo nyina ye na hofo ni bia uniform bi o se mama materials nti me ka bu ano no omo nyina so mu se okay ye bebo ayenye adoye because de bia me kama say ko school wanti me en ko school kura no lenye JHS and also be so adwuma obi okọ school do JHS and obi wan ko bi kura no mmiri nyina ko share adwuma mu a ya na e wo de tie I think this is the third time I yetimi aye ba fe na ya ba asen ya and you free house we be ko be fufuro na eni ankraja ha no na ye ade esese ye ba because ye ba ye be duru ha ne ye hu de ha ye school dan ankra timo mu su ade eno a bi na ye hwe ha ye o market e wo school mu ha ya next for ha mo ye we nti aha kro ya so no mo ye yi nti ye hwe de we ha ye na ye betoto asre ankra yesa me di kaka infa ni na nshaban nti ye betoto asre ankra wo mo bi na so de bebo a in fact Udisi honorable so was not this is so honorable Sylvester Machinyaku ebeko uhumia so na bibi ni na pese yemfa mo mfa be mo asa kuya eno so ebeko nti yesre menkofo minim so mbetimi aye mama yentwa ye ne emehwe ne ankaja nti metudi operation dress a child to school isan say school mu na ye pese yeko because obehwe akra obeba school hwe so obi munya amte one class na o school atade na wonhye bi oba o choro woncho bi wani nka nti dress a child to school de ne yen dress akra no vango school nti ye ba yi akra ba kwa ya ma na o se man ye hye no squatter de ye hye no mpaboa ye man book ni pen oba na ni beji so no so betena class esu ade enu nti na ma ye de dwumadi ne to dress a child to school
ya da na bafo ana isi asese o ma beche nyoma ebetundi esu ade ye do mas bebre ye be school ma enkoye nanso na de me asuma ebi mama beche ade se do mas
me damase se amati mama me books no nantale me nya de papa payi neno na mu hu dia mehye dia mable me dia me nya so me damase ye
ya me ka chomo se ye do mas da mo le ba me nya so pa ye do mas disi na ya me show
ahuma so yamu ne yada so aya yegina ne yede wo ko asantemantamu Abreport Junction Kumase one more assembly member ya wo ho eno mo wo owura bosie amponsa wono so abomodien ya ene enhoma book CBBS empemadue no 20000 wo cheche ewo ne mpeso aso na wode ahwe aboa ama emofra titiri woni bie ya ama yebie school yi homa sua ehon sensem no wo twentwen wona ase na ayebisi basa no sebe na hye won kran na afei one mutna classroom a obetumi anya adwene mu fine no asua de na watumi atworo na watworo de agu nhoma no nti na wadom wo mo sa niam ahodo a eti se yi wopanyi de nsama ahodo bitu dwabra wode sa akade edom adesuafo
kina se onyankopon wonhyira no awo adwene papa wonya de afa mo fam esan se me ba ha mfie num nie normal de me hu ne se ombetro BC na assembly members no mo de massage aba aya na ye won kutom ha de yenya bibia sada enti ofre me na mete ye no me hu dwere mi tie de nyamiase se wadwene ye nkitwa hu na samri potina ka se ye critical time on se ye new academic year enti awofo hu kire mo pa book stop ni ade enti we na abasa me no ade e beba awofo hu ahai mo pa enti ye dana se ye se de washa ase no wade mana hoden na de djuma pa oye wontimi nto asonye onto ne nsem na se de be ya da foforo no obitima ya de chense atre ne ntabam
especially oba primary dia omowo aban konya kakra oba no budget na yeni aban konya wontino abasa na so afa konya ama onya konya ntraso dia je so ofo no ana sa akoto se ko bucket ka sa ofo ni miska okoto akwa ne ba monodex no on de sumu yenu na mi asama amwa di shana de chema is there bebre titu for JHS no your computer lab come but computers are minded by maybe a community say ningina say nti atete for na check computer no eta there much an after computer to the practical thing yes mbaba to your computer so I need to get to me last year
the school you muna koraba ko ben no and o catch them say never the sound fan and found to books na e ma mi hu say koda wo ben wo just wo ben assemblyman say wo man stand to books na kora no wo ni pe bi wo di ti na ebum ho kire wo ko ti anamon e ho bo asa many teacher for no edi nkomo e wo form mo e kan ma mi sisu se book to mu eden e ma wo for no bi bi a amo a kire for no e de wo book to muska e na e to exercise with me ade e de men para no e de cho nti wo se ne e wo se ne ye emoa ye de boa nti mene before junction this year omo amonome edi nkomo nyame adom na di eba bekwa kra mene me committee members so ye bi aka ho eno na ama ye de ene sa exercise books you know eba beche de ama nkwada ya ewo abekwa junction aban school mu a wo mo ehia ene mu wode ma to krata de ama omuma sa abre ya wo bi school ni sa fo ni kai o na kam kom na me mpaye senko be ma dom nanka school ni bia na wo kwaban school no nka etimi ama na size bi na so no da so na etimi an producer anfa mr yankopon so obema me ahoden me ni committee members ene adofo a omutimi eboaye omo ana wo kuma pastor ko mbeboa na so o mantimi amboa se abedura ko senate na nyame akobi ahoma pagam na obi a tine na fumudie e de aboa metinya sempara ni na
ye beda wo mase mi asre se de bia wo bekai na wo ma behwe mofue na mofue sisu atimi asua de na daachi o timi abayem penimpa a replace so honorable ne mpanimfuo ni wa mofue atimi abayefisi buchi yankula yi ensa kan akyerɛkyerɛfo wo sukuu ha nyinaa bɛboa na mmɔfra no bi asua adeɛ na next time bi ewu no a mo bɛba no mabɛhu good results afi akyɛdeɛ a mode bɛrɛ
Enti small honorable ya wa Brepo Junction Kumasi Asante Mantemu ora Bosie Ampansa and why the fefe say you not just assembly membership no enye ye kone fanseje keke we ne de wa bomodin pa ye wo se bonaba so e wa dwumaso a wa ye 20,000 books wo de akwakodo mamanfo honorable nyame ensha wo ma yankotana nof na ye duru tana nof a Mission of Hope International wo mo so ye ko ba kwa won hye aban ase nei sunyane e na won mo e wo walanche participation, accountability, and integrity for resilient democracy. Ya brafutinti nyina no wo chese ne wo ba behwa boa na abai nyumakuo mu ni nyumakuo ahodo mu no wo mo de wa fantete ne nkyekere mu no akere okwan a obetumi afa mo odwumadi a wo die no Ghana fo beti ase no wate ase yi pa. Deputy Director Edema Mission of Hope International Era Thomas Benaku wo chekere mu edisuade hunti a wo de atesa ekoi.
Yaniki stakeholders are war regional and district and Asia now officially yeah that project now did not yamo say within the next 1 year you know more begins our so our prayer any kabima minkabi amangu our yeah patamuha yeah show mo can say ye no mo ebedin sa woso na ehun be hia so mo nso de o ma hode o mo nim de e no mo bibia eta project na o mo nkase o mo de o be hima nkasa na edi dwuma no na botaya ye woni se assembly no any citizen to mo fo no yonkofa no ebedi mu na aboa ma o mo sikasem e wo district assembly level no so adi mu yi enti na botaya ya de ba o si invite obia before ni obi o ye involve na nanom assembly members ni na ye toto adwen se ne pese ye yem ye ndi we simpwa we ka press ni na kan adwen abo ye budget ni bi na se ye digia scanner ye ba digia nso no ye se etini account for ye je simpwa ye ka se be ye be ye ABCD ni timi ye timi anye ni timi anye Mina no say the social accountability forums, the share public, zonal council level, community level,
na ke itimi chechiri but the can now so no e ya na pese scarcity e bitem bia na assembly no ye timi entu ye nan e ade a e da ho a e du afibia ye ya assessment omo assessing o sa anyama no nti ye fele say ya digi simpoa ye de kosi toilet facility ama fruit e o si e timi tro ho say bia we ye revenue generation fund. We are funded by IGF. Na get their home. Na ubia timanibia na okumia be so ampa. Scan here DG no. And the DC toilet facility and the diabo and the diabo.
So some of the activities that we have had in mind is formation of the social audit committee, which we call SAC. Then we also have once we have formed them, we integrate them, and we will have town hall meeting. We will organize town hall meeting, facilitate the assembly to be there, and then bring the community on board for them to assembly to share the activities that are doing in the various communities, and then also facilitate to engage in other questions.
Awuzafo ye gina so na ya home so aba ye ba pe be twa bosompo ne akwa amono ne e de amono ne nsem asomwo. Yenko piemu wa man Congo emu na ye kase ye chase ya de kase Ebola ye mire bia be se atwam wati atese we bibre mu ama hodo bi so no ya de se uduru Ebola ye Congo man ni mu a Ebola cases no ya de se Kasai province ye kroba kwa wa chase ene Congo ahin kro Kinshasa emu atwepa be se anomon apem 1000 kilometers na wo kire mu a ene Kasai province ho no na watwetwa mu na cases aba fa ne Ebola ho eyedunu wotwe nanso ye kase ya no aduosia wotwe na adura utumi se ekọ ententempa wosese yi afiri mansi ahodo mienu mu a awura mu mansi ahodo nan mu a afa won mu enomu enipa edunsia na wo kyese wo Congo Kasai province hono mu a wati ya no se do enam Ebola ya de yi entie wo kira amamfo bebre no a ha teteye esa ne se we eye bredi kan a Ebola no ati se ewo Congo emfie miensa ekire ne we ni bra edikan ewo mu afa wo kyese Kasai province okra de eye ebra edikan mu kra ya aba de se ye be emfie dubi achi na ebisi ya ebi hyedansi bi wa sesei asama ne homene so esa Dr. Ngashi Ngongo waye ofutufo panyini wa Africa CDC na kyese ene no wodi tuja wo kyese wo manfo ye wo nkura eye Kasai province wono mu a Ebola ya de ekire wo mu no ene won wanya nkire wo mu no obi antutu na namo ye won nante basa no ne ade se be ya ene entumi ente atese bebrena ewo ho enomwo World Health Organization ete Congo nsem yi no won ni Congo Rapid Response Team no aka bomu a wode enimdifo akakopiem ewo Kasai ho no mu a wo hwese monfo a yade Ebola ya kire wo mu no wode wono ebefa aye entitie mu na watumi treat wo mu na fenso wo hwese ene no yade no asie betumi atukura ewo empotem ho enomu a de efri ne Congo Kasai province eba enono abusia kwa no asede abobo anu ne yadisia ha na brema kwan na wie prem to breka sebo ewa Ghana's #1 television so yade ni nyina si enda MC a no one e waka nsem de gu apono so ma yebeken kan ma wase wa wo hwe ye wo CTV so afi Facebook my CTV GH so yeah that's it midi achenkwa na na me so bremu ode hye kronkron na kwasi apia achema bo abofo nyina ambassador 1 yamamumo ene hwe